Hello YouTube, MrOllzinator here, and as you can see I've got the list here. This is the stuff we're going to be going over in this video. I'm just going to talk about some stuff, bit of an update video, but not too boring because you'll be able to see what I'm going to be talking about, so you can skip to the part of the video which you want to watch, and if you don't want to watch any of it then go away. I'm just joking, you can, oh yeah, basically go away, but I didn't mean to say that badly. Feedback Friday, whoops. So I'm going to try and write this really quickly so I don't waste any more of your time. Third up was plans, and fourth is my history. Right, so first up, 300 subs, almost reached 300 subs. I'm on 293. That is really amazing, so thank you very much for subscribing. I only was at 200 about a week ago, so thank you for nearly getting me 100 in about a week. I think it's mainly down to me winning the GFX Hub competition, so thank you to everyone over at GFX Hub. I'm now a member of their team, so I hope to be doing some work with them in the near future. Next up, as you can see, I'm just keeping this reasonably quick. Feedback Friday, last Friday the 18th, I think, 19th maybe, was Feedback Friday number 1. Reasonably successful, other than the fact that there wasn't actually many videos uploaded, so I couldn't actually review many of them, and I completely forgot it was comic relief, so I was watching that from about 7 o'clock, so even if there was, I was planning on kind of going around other channels and giving feedback on videos which were uploaded before Friday, but as I just said, I was watching Comic Relief, so I didn't really have time to do that. Next Friday there will be Feedback Friday number 2, and of course you can get involved by putting Feedback Friday before your feedback. Watch the video on that if you're not sure what it's all about. Third is my plans for the channel. I've been getting a few requests about tutorials and stuff, and I'm kind of having to think over what I said a while ago about, when was it, about deciding just to do speed arts, because although at the time my tutorials weren't getting that many views, that might have not been because people didn't want to see them, it might have just been because they weren't very good. So had this, people asking me for like tutorials on my speed arts is very hard to do. I can't just do a whole tutorial on, I can't do a tutorial on a whole speed art, or can I? Because I came up with this idea, that was so gay, that I could do kind of a walkthrough type thing where I'd record my screen for the whole duration of me making a design. The video is probably going to end up being at least 15 minutes now that I can upload it over than 15 minutes. So hopefully some of you will be patient enough to watch some of it, if not all of it. So basically you'll be watching me make a design and I'll be commentating over it, telling you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how I'm doing it. So some of you could just watch it just to get some tips, or even better, you could follow along. If I put the links to the pictures in the description, then you could download the pictures I'm going to use and basically try and copy what I'm doing to try and pick up some tips. If you think that's a good idea, I think it's alright. I might just do one kind of test episode to see how it goes. If you think it's a really bad idea, then as usual, let me know. Other than that though, I might, as I said before, I might start thinking up some advanced tutorials. As I said, it's really hard to come up with them though, surprisingly hard. So I'm just going to go with this walkthrough type tutorial for now. And lastly, my history. If you're one of my new subscribers, which chances are some of you are, obviously, but a lot of you are, then you may want to know about a bit about me. Who is this MrOllzinator? This guy who has an awesome logo. It's supposed to be it, by the way. Who is this guy? So obviously my real name is not MrOllzinator, my real name is Ollie. If you saw the commentary with me and Andre and Corey over on High Def GFX, then you heard him call me Ollie. I revealed it to the world. That's right, my name is Ollie. But I'd much rather you call me MrOllzinator because it sounds so much cooler. And I'm 17. I live in Surrey, which is in the south of England. Don't have any amazing accent, nothing special, just English accent. So, and also I know I am monotone, so forgive me for that. I've got a new mic since starting YouTube, so hopefully that's going to help a little, but I do try my best to vary the tone of my voice so it's easier to hear, as well as enunciating my words. So, my history. Started graphics about 6 years ago, I think. May come as a shock to you. Like, what? You were 11 when you started? Yep, that's how sad I was. So basically, my brother introduced me to Photoshop. I think he bought Elements, something or other, some version, all the way back in, what was it, 2005, I think. Maybe before that. I've got some old files, actually, if you don't believe me. See if I can find them. So I think my first one was a RX-8. So basically, yeah, I started doing this virtual car thing. If you're not sure what this is all about, then, oh, it says 2009, that's not right. But anyway, you can, there we go, 2005, February, if I can zoom in. 20th of February 2005, so it's the beginning of 2005, maybe end of 2004 that I started doing this. Virtual cars is basically where you get a picture of a car and you kind of modify it virtually, kind of as the name suggests. You kind of get different body kits, different wheels, whatever, and you try and blend that into the car you're modifying and make it look as real as possible. We enjoyed doing this because we're both kind of into cars at the time. My brother still is. And so yeah, I learnt the tools of Photoshop. A bit later, about a year or two, I started going on PlayStation forums when I was going to get my PS3 in 2007. I started doing signature requests for people on there, doing them for free. If you don't know what signature is, if you've never been on the forum before, then it's kind of a little tag kind of picture thing which goes to the bottom of all your posts. So I was making them for people, doing it for free, and because they weren't kind of graphics people, they were gamers, they weren't really into graphics much, so even though I wasn't that good, they were still pleased with them, so I enjoyed doing that. Got a lot of, actually I don't know if I have any more of them, but I've got a lot of my old pictures on my computer, so I may show you them one day, who knows, so you can compare. Next, after the PlayStation forums, oh yeah, I met this guy from a clan called Cold Blooded Elite, CBE, may have heard of them. They were wanting an avatar, so I said, yeah, I'll make you one. They were really impressed with it, so they asked me to join the clan and join as their graphic designer. So I did that, started doing all their graphics. If you go over to their website now, they're still using some of them, even though they're not that active anymore. So over that duration, I didn't really game with them much, I just made the graphics. So that was really fun. I got a lot out of that, improving and stuff. But as you heard from my prices video, it came to a point where I kind of lost interest. So I stopped doing Photoshop for a bit, I left the clan, and since then I have started YouTube, as you can see. Just thought I'd do YouTube. Main kind of reason is not to do the money. Like, that's not the main reason I'm doing it, even though I have made £10 so far, that's right, 2 requests. But main reason is to kind of build my portfolio up, because up until now, if I was to make a portfolio for going into a job or something, or uni, then all I would have is all these little signatures, and they'll be like, okay, have you made anything a bit more professional, a bit more like big? And I'd be like, no, there's all these little pictures, they're amazing. I'd be like, okay, no. So I wanted to start doing some bigger designs, and I wanted kind of a reason to start using Photoshop again. Because if I just said to myself, okay, I'm going to build up my portfolio, chances are I'd lose interest pretty quickly. because I'd rather be doing like schoolwork and stuff. So I thought I'd do YouTube, give me a reason to do some work, and it's been really successful so far, I think, and I have very much enjoyed it. Meeting some new people, not in person obviously, and just generally talking about graphics and stuff. So that's my history. If you have subscribed, then I hope you enjoy the videos coming up. I hope you've enjoyed my past videos. You might as well give a quick peek to some of my old videos, because obviously you weren't subscribed when I made them, but they still might be of use to you, such as my giveaway at 100, which has all the abstract renders which you might see me using my speed arts, and also a couple of basic tutorials. Also watch this Kratos speed art, it's amazing. I'm actually not going to ruin that for you. Basically he's holding something in his hand, and all that stuff. So thank you very much for subscribing. And upcoming things from me, as I said, I might do one of those guide things sometime soon. I'm still, like, one of my old plans was to do a ultimate guide to Photoshop type thing, or ultimate guide to graphics kind of thing, which I'm eventually going to get around to doing, going over things like composition, flow, text, color, blah blah blah. But that's probably going to end up being quite long, so I'll have to plan ahead when I do that, maybe this weekend, maybe not. So thank you very much for subscribing. As I said, bad at outros. I think that's everything I've got to say. So I will say goodbye. Thumbs up. See ya.